The announcements by some of the big European oil majors to move a little bit away from, move with the transition, move away from the oil definition. I'm wondering your thoughts on that. Obviously, BP has been very public in their announcements, but Total has been doing some stuff too, buying battery companies and so forth. I mean, ultimately, my question is, it's a bit more longer term, but as the IOCs move away from being principally oil companies, does that create opportunity for the NOCs to play a bigger role in the space they leave behind?
I think this is not a new issue. I mean, all the IOCs and NOC, and I'm talking even Aramco itself, we've been very engaged with the Paris Agreement and the global warming and what need to be done. So when it comes on the environmental issues, I think that is something that the whole world need to take and make the right steps to ensure having a cleaner and greener energy that they serve the world. I think one of the benchmark that is as a producer of oil, how much you are producing CO2 to get 1 barrel, and that measures, Aramco, I think it's among probably the first company which has the lowest CO2 emission. I think it's around 10 kilogram per CO2 for each barrel they produce. And a lot of companies and countries need to catch up with that target in terms of CO2 emission. And that is going for the entire footprint of the production. This doesn't happen in one day. It's about how much investment you did for a period of years to get that with that target. The environmental issue or the energy transition is nothing new. I think everybody in this industry understands it very well, but they've been going around it. The announcement comes with the zero emission 2050 or 2030 or 2040. I think these are targets that have been put. How realistic or how they can achieve it, that's another question. But I think the intention is really to go with emission when it comes on the energy emission. So
I'd be interested to see if Biden wins and the new regulations come into America, whether the American majors will follow the European majors in a accelerated commitment to transition, ExxonMobil, Chevron.
And I think sooner or later, I mean, if the world catching up with these emission targets, will happen logically, field with high cost and high CO2 emission will force to go out, either by cost or by environmental standards.
Like you were saying about refiners, similarly.
Yeah, exactly. Shale gas, if they flare 50% of the shale gas, you are not doing good for the environment. And with this cost structure at 40 or 50, it's not going to be sustainable. Then it forces you to shutting down. So what I think will happen is these high cost, high emission field will be closed because of the environmental concerns, as well as because of their cost structure. So what will stay is the most efficient, less environmental impact, and low cost production will be in the energy mix. Hydrocarbon will not be disposed or being not part of the energy mix. It will, but only the one who are meeting the targets, only the one with the low cost, because this is a commodity with the lowest producer will always be on the market and will force the high cost of a producer to be out of the market. So I think it comes on the strategy. Of course, each company has their own strategy. We are in Aramco, we have our strategy. We know that this transportation fuel, power fueled generation will be disappeared in the next 10, 20 years. And that's why we are shifting to more integration with the petrochemical and the chemical industry. to have more added value products rather than just driving a car with a gasoline or fuel a power plant with fuel oil. So these are part of our strategy, and some of the IOCs tend to go to the renewable wind, solar, or whatever, gas, and we are actually do this diversification in terms of how you convert this hydrocarbon to more value added and more less environmental impacted product in the future. But we are taking it seriously. We are not indifferent than the others. We are applying our technology, deploying our technology to capture the CO2. We are deploying our technology in our plants with a smart, or the fourth revolution in terms of performance and efficiency and less emissions in our facilities.